It just says it's starting. I don't know if it's started yet. Has it started? Let's see, I don't know. Oh, it says starting soon. Alright, looks like there's going to be a bit of a lag. I don't know if we're starting. Well, it looks like it. We're starting, it seems like. Yeah, no, hey, go. Well, first live with Aussie Flying Ace. I don't even know if anyone's here yet. So, yeah, well, I thought I might have things to talk about. Got some exciting things in store. I've actually got some giveaways. I'm going to give away some stuff in the future based upon some precedents that my channel hits. So, you know, people can be involved and I get the chance to get some free shit. Well, no, free stuff, really. So, oh, here we go. Silence the thing there. There we go. So, yeah, first, start with, well, let's talk about this chap. I wrote it, look, I mean, to be honest, I just spilled me coffee over me notes, so I'm flying blind here, but, the Aussie cyclist that was killed. Now, latest thing that they said, the judges reckon it wasn't a racially motivated crime. Well, it's a bad crime, you know. It's no good. I mean, he's this kid. He goes, well, not kid, you know, that's terrible. That's like saying Trayvon's a kid. No, let's not get into that one, right? So, it's no good. We're not happy in it, Australia. We'll wait and see what happens with the court, and then they're all found guilty and prosecuted and all that. But what over here, look, I mean, the pity thing about it all is that everyone's in Australia, they also blame the guns. They go, oh, it's gun fault, you know, it's the gun's fault. It's not going to fix it getting rid of the guns, you know. People are still going to go out, they're going to drive people over in their cars, you know, they're going to throw sticks and stones and hurt feelings and make bones. So, now, the thing I wanted to talk about was I've been hearing this checking privilege, right? I heard about this one, this is good, right? Now, because I thought, you know, who are people to tell people? I understand we can discuss whether or not the legitimacy of privilege exists, but you know, there's people who can't call out privilege. You know, there's places in the world where you got, you know, North Korea and stuff like that. Like, people can't call out their privilege. So I was going to make a video about that one. Some of these videos I discuss, I'm going to leave the live feed. This is recording. It's not going to go away, so I'll leave this one up. I did a live stuff a couple of months ago and I deleted it. It was a mess. I didn't know what I was doing at that time. This one seems to be going a bit better. You know, it would be interesting for anyone that wants to, you know, go to the Google Plus Hangout, get signed up to Google and get them all monitoring and seeing everything you do. And you can do you know, Google Plus Hangouts. If you don't know about them, go Google them. They're all right. I want to do some. So we'll see how we go. But look, I'll start with some of the free stuff I've thought about giving away. Now, this little guy, I ventured across him in my recent adventures, and as you may recognise him, he is Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, at the next video, I'm going to have decided at what point I give this away, whether it's 500 subscribers or the first video I get to reach, you know, so, you know, first new video reaches whatever, or if this video reaches this much, I'll give this to a random commenter, you know, just an incentive for people to watch. I mean, I'm not that great to watch, so we need some extra stuff. And look, I like these ones. I'll go to one of these. Look, I'll show you both of them. Look, who wants a Star Wars Pez dispenser? Not going to cost you anything. Mail it out. Just need a mailing address. See how we go, eh? Stay tuned to the channel because this could be yours. You get a Pez dispenser. Pretty cool. Cheap plastic. You'll be right. You'll enjoy it. It's all good. Put some Pez in it. So, got another thing, that's for the end. That's actually a good one. That stuff's on eBay. I've got some couple of things on eBay that haven't been selling. I've been thinking, I'll just write it off as a loss and send it away, and maybe, you know, might get an extra person come and watch the channel. So, you alright? Now, let's see if there's any happenings happening, eh? Because I heard that there's something happening in Syria, eh? Who knows where that is? Let's get on. I don't think I have a reliable map around. Map's all in my head. So, alright, what's happening in Syria? Well, in Syria right now, just excuse me while I'm not here, because I haven't got, as I said, I've destroyed my notes. They're terrible, eh? Just lost me coffee, all over me notes. Bloody clumsy fool I am. So, look, they're saying that the West is going to bomb there, right? I mean, who knows what it is? Is it going to be a no-fly zone? Are they going to be taking out military installations? You know, are they going to be hitting rebel groups that aren't aligned with American or Western interests? What's going to happen? Who knows? I mean, it's messy. It's not worth getting into, really. I mean, when it comes down to it, we've got more problems here to worry about. You know, bugger sending resources and stuff over there, and it's not like really interfering with shipping. Shipping's important. You can't mess with shipping. That's why we got to go sort pirates out and stuff, because You need shipping. It's, you know, especially from Australia. You know, I mean, we can support ourselves. We're good. We don't need nothing much. I think we need rubber or something. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So chemical, that's no good. Chemical, no, they're nasty stuff. You know, no good for people. You don't want to get them on you. That's for sure. Especially the stuff they're supposedly using over there is for nerve, some sort of nasty stuff affects your nerve system stuff. You know, gas and not good. Just remember that. You know, it's not. So the UN people over there now, apparently they're finding that the rebels have got them. They don't know if even Assad's used them. So I mean, there's obvious biases. Let's just say that. And if you've been keeping up with it, you know the agendas that the different media's push forth, and there's certain ones that can give you a more reliable, unbiased. You never get unbiased thing with Germany. Maybe that's what I'll move on to in a sec. If you know, you know your sources. Look around. If you ask some people to get their info from. Bias in media. That might be something I can ramble on for a little bit. You know, the thing that happens with this, right, is even if you have a media company wanting to not have a bias, that's an agenda in itself. That's bias. They're not going to come. I mean, maybe the, you know, leadership. No, we won't have any bias, but at all. You know, and you can show us. Is that better than not having a bias at all? Trying to write an article with better bias, or should you let an article go and you let other articles come that are the opposite side of it? Anyway, obviously not a journalist. So, what we got? This. Let's see who's watching. I've got a fair few people. That's all right. Hey, thanks for everyone tuning in. Really appreciate it. It's good. I didn't think we'd have many people. I'd just be talking to one or two people and be better off having a Skype chat or something. Anyway, what's another thing I can move on to? What was another thing we got? Oh, that's what I mean. I in my notes. I lost my notes. Let's see if we can subject to my mind. It's simple. I get ranting into things like, you know, capitalism, communism, and things like that. I mean, that'd be good. I mean, you know, capitalism's better. No, communism doesn't work. I mean, how's that for an argument, right? Yeah, it doesn't work, mate. Too bad. You know, oh, you haven't had proper communism. Oh, you know. Anyway, so let me know if there's. And look, I think I can see these comments. Here we go. There's happening. Thanks for commenting. That's a friendly YouTube user I've noticed before. Death Style Inc. Thank you very much. And yeah, I heard about that. The North Dakota. Hey, these people wanting to build their little utopia town. Look, that sort of stuff's happened before. People have wanted to build their little community and they think they got the secret answers to success and whatever, you know. Whatever, mate. You know, you won't hear from them, or, you know, who cares, right? It's not my business. Not the sort of thing I want to do. You know, if anything, I'd want my own, but leave me alone. Isolationist to the full. That's what I'd say. You know, not with anyone else. Bugger off. Give me my own land. I'll just grow, you know, vegetables and stuff like that. And so this hasn't fallen down yet. No, it's been. I had to secure this thing again. It's been falling down. I'm sure you guys are really interested in all of this. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say. I noticed. Nobody noticed. Change the colour of my gloves. See, this is the sort of stuff you got to keep moving off. I bet you're going to go, look, oh no, I mean, people notice when the hair goes, but you got to know all subtle things, eh? So, I was thinking, the other things when, fine, going to say gloves, there'll be Aussie Flying Ace finale, maybe I'll sign or something, see how we go. I might not even get, you know, important enough for people to give a shit about that, but see how we go. That'll be alright. And I've got lots of little things like that I've been thinking. I've been, you know, hoarding some stuff for a while, thinking, you know, that'll be alright, and I'm not going to spoil a show and want everything away, so that's the reason to stay tuned. Now, look, now, Aussie fiction, good one, eh? Fictions. It's really disgraceful. I mean, this, going to win. That already, getting labelled as an, you know, abusive sort of guy in the media, and with maybe due course. I mean, he does swear a bit, and Tony Abbott seems to be a bit more restrained. You know, I mean, did you guys want to say? And of course not about him saying that, but Tony Abbott visited the Army blokes, Victoria, and visited the Army blokes, and he did their 40-minute exercise course, and they're all very, you know, the corporal or whatever. He was like, he's one of the first 50-something-year-olds I've seen. Look at that. If Kevin Rudd, maybe that's what you have instead of the debate. How about a race off, or a log cabin competition, right? Log cabin, what you want. So let's see. Let's keep track of time. I'm gonna have a couple of things to say, but the Aussie election's probably not going to make any drastic changes for see. The thing, it's all fear campaigns and what they think that these guys get in. Oh, it's like that ad. That's right. It's not that ad. That video on YouTube where it's election day. Tony Abbott got elected. I don't know if you've seen that, but you can search. You go the day the after election or whatever it's called. You can see all people screaming. Someone got elected. Oh God, it's young. Here's some racially insensitive term. I think that's a bit to say. I don't know if it was. I think it was this Mr. What's his name, Shanks. That's a bit inappropriate, I have to say. But yeah, it was terrible. Look, terrible. We're national sorry because of stuff like that. And no good. And people are people, human race, all good. So that's racism. It's terrible. How could that? So I'm expecting. Oh, come on. Something else. Need more people. I've got enough people there. Yeah. What I realised I didn't bring my drink in, so I'll be back in. You can deal with watching my maps. Look at my maps. They're nice maps, aren't they? Yeah, not too shabby. So these maps left over from these World War II's I got. So if anyone's curious, these maps, that is the Normandy coastline right there. Well, it's not Normandy. See, there's Pas de Calais or whatever it's called. Excuse my French, I don't speak it. And there's Paris on the map here. We've got a bit of London. There's London and all these little flags. I don't know if you can see them. Let me see you for. You can see what I'm. Oh, you can sort of, maybe I'll move, or you can see over here, there's little flags and stuff here, and there's little markings, these little army groups and different divisions and stuff. And over here you can, well, you probably can't see it, but there's a bit of red. Maybe I should move the camera, eh? We'll move the camera and we'll have a bit of a closer look. Let's see how far this thing will go. Oops, it's not going far enough. So, there we go. You can see the sort of red here. It's a Norman coastline, and there's obviously a map for D-Day. And a lot in German, so it's a German side map. I don't know where it's originally from. I could find out if I had to. But, it's certainly interesting. You can see how they're all where they're massed, and there's groups. And, you can go out and see what happened. And interesting. See, there's another. Now, this one, did this one put in order? This one might not be in order. 30th, 28th, no, it's not. That one should be there. That's in the wrong order. So this is the 30th of June, this top one, and then you go to, and that's the, you can see it says compared to this bottom one, less is on that one, as you can see, and that one chopped around on that. I think can't have that sort of sloppiness. See, this is the more sort of things that you should be observant of. I mean, mate, it's like you're going on the internet, you're not even keeping notice of what's happening. Oh, what's going on with Cam, mate? It's a mess. There we go. But no, that's not right. That'll do. I think that's right. That's terrible. I changed it. I had it in a good spot and everything. And now I see, I can't tell this encoder thing. I'm a bit fresh with this encoder. I can't tell if you can see all the way over to this side or if you can see all the way over about there. It shows, don't worry about it, mate. Anyway, fixing on from that. So yeah, D-Day is certainly an interesting thing, we had, huge build-up of forces in England, and there was, of course, the paratrooper drops, which came on both flanks of the Normandy beachhead that was established. And it was St. Mary Glees or whatever. That was a famous one from Band of Brothers. If you ever seen Band of Brothers, that was over that area. So drove on to Paris, and then on and did the rest. No, that's actually bow cage stuff. See, that's one of the misinfo things about World War II. that after D-Day, it was just a simple rollover. No, it didn't happen like that, mate. You know, that was a struggle. Listening, you know, down into this is all cage country. You've got men, earth, edges on top, and field, and so each field just advance and just retreat one field into the next hedge. When people in the other, you know, field next to them see you because they're hedging the mountain. It's hard fighting. Just get to sip me coffee. A nice cup. You like this cup? Funny face cup. No sugar. No sugar in coffee. It's no good, mate. Get on your sugar. Good idea. Or cut down on your. Yes. Let me just chuck on this thing in a moment. We'll talk a bit more about Siri later, I think. But that's the other thing I've been thinking about doing. Thinking about cutting my hair, shaving my hair. It's getting to summer, so that's the thing. Is it's what's the month right now? It's August. That's one. Jeez, that's terrible. Yeah, it's August right now. When it gets to about summer, October, it'll start to really heat up. It'll get terrible, and you know, the old locks here, they might need to go. So I was thinking I might even do a little video. If that'd be alright, I sit there and shave it up and see how we go. That'll be alright. Bit of a burp there. Look out. So, alrighty. Well, let's see. Oh, what do we got here? Can you explain Australian politics as they are to American watchers? Now, these pair of goggles, they actually restrict me and they feel the brain won't work. Aussie politics. Alright, well, I did a little bit of a... So, you can always watch that a bit later if you want a quick reiteration, but this is recorded so you can skip forward. That's right, fantastic, good stuff. So, look, where should we start? Major parties or minor... We'll start with the major parties, right? Now, the major parties are Labor. We'll start with that one. Labor Party. Now, they're like the Union Party. All union, pro-union people, you know, it's a union. That's a union. And, well, not real. Look, that's the way they are now. Traditionally, they were the workers' man party, right? That was the thing. Traditionally, workers' man party for the working man. Labor Party for the working man. You know? And eventually, you know, take over and usurped, well, you know, basically union lawyers, union bosses and union lawyers, it's all become. And won't go into the government and the way it works, just keep the explanation. But the Liberal Party, the other main party. Now, Liberal Party are best explained, I think, libertarians, sort of like that. Business, they're business, so free market, you know, they're good for, want to make money, pro-business, they're all business owners, basically. People in Liberal Party are either business owners or career politicians. That's one of the two. You know, business people. You know, so you get this vibe. You get this, that's like that. Poor people, so I go, oh, those damn rich, those cash chuckers, you know, you welcome around, and you know, the rich people are going, hey, you know, like make more jobs and have business and make money and you know, businesses sort of thing. And they, you know, and so that's the polarisation of Australian politics. Now, you've got other parties involved. Now, the Liberal Party, by themselves, can't actually hold more seats than Labor, right? That's the thing with, well, when the coalition between Liberals and Nationals happened, that was the thing with the Liberals. They didn't get enough seats in order to hold enough over Labor. So the Nationals became very pivotal, it became important, right? And what they did is they made a coalition. They basically united, you know, coalition of the willing, yeah, you know. So that's the thing. We got that now. Just give me a sec. Coalition of you know, the coalition, Liberals and Nationals. And sometimes there's, you know, a little bit of friction between the two in that coalition, but they overly work all right. And if anything, the Nationalists in Australia have become less likely to vote for the Liberal Party in a way because they don't take on pro-nationalist policies as much as people who are nationalists feel that they should. See, that's the weakness with the coalition right there. Which brings me on to my next, you know, discussion of political parties, which is Katter's Australia Party. Now, Katter's Australia Party gets one or two receptions, either a serious reception and people are like, you know, it's pretty serious, he's going all right, blah, blah, or it's ridiculed. Ridiculed and slidden away from view. Now, they're all right. Some of their policies, yes, I disagree with. Like pretty much any political party you find, I disagree with some of their policies. But some of them are fantastic. The problem is, Katter said, I support Labor. Now, you know, Labor's not in a good way right now, so that doesn't work for his advantage. But in a way, it doesn't matter because he's pulling that nationalist vote that doesn't want to go for the coalition. So you know this means that he's got a seat. He already has a seat, right? He already has a seat, and I think he got two in our. Or he got one. No, he got two. I think he got two. That was a year or two. And so that's something. Well, now there is still there's other rules, and they're just as important, if more important. The greens, I think they're important. Relatively in relevance, they're more seats, right? Now the greens are your classic greens, right? Classic greens. Pro anything they think is bad. Sorry, pro anything they think is against what's bad, which is, you know, environmental degradation, abuse of human rights, anything against the environment. So, you know, they're happy to lock up huge areas and just go, no, that's no go, don't go there, that's for the environment, which is all right to do, but to really start cutting large swaths and going like half the country don't touch it, you know, and doing some pretty unsavoury sort of policies, depending on people's personal choices. But you know, like, so there's a lot of they're real social justice warriors, mate. That's how you explain the Greens Party. Social justice warriors is what the Greens Party are. So there's, of course, you know, issue because the Greens Party hooked up with Labor, right? That's how Labor held power. So they had a couple of seats over the coalition, right? And so, you know, they've gotten to put through some of their stuff, you know, which people don't like cultural Marxism's one. Terrible cultural Marxism stuff. You know, all this hate, all this speech about misogyny and stuff from the ex-Prime Minister. That was terrible. That was disgusting. I mean, come on, Tony Abbott himself is married to a woman, which is, yeah, I mean, some will say that he's, you know, don't get me started on the privilege crap. So he's got 3 kids, 3 daughters, right? And they're all, you know, nothing wrong with them. They were, they're good, don't get in trouble. And, you know, his right-hand man, well, his deputy or whatever it's called, is a woman. And, you know, but no, he's a misogynist. Because he, you know, Julia Gillard didn't like the way that he talked to her or something. You know, he knows my feelings, basically. So, you know, that is the Greens. People think is with the Greens, there's too many people vote for them that don't care. When people don't care, or they go, oh, I'm sick of the main parties, they vote Green, and it's terrible. Because that's not what the Greens are. They're not about that. And, oh, mate, it's terrible. So we got other parties. Clive Palmer's United, I believe, is for party. It's an interesting. It's one I haven't looked up enough, actually. About their policies. I know a party, of course, Palmer, I know, but the policies of that party I'm not exactly sure with. Because Canada Party and Clive's party were a bit rumour they were together. And that didn't happen. Apparently they had agreements on party, so I have to find exactly what that is. Now, his party, who knows if it's going to pick up seats? I think I'm going to have to take these gloves off. These are too much. These are like winter gloves in Australia. Done me flying. Bloody emus. So, alright, there we go. It's a bit cooler for me, eh? That's what we evolved for. Cooling our bodies through our skin by sweating. Take advantage of it, right? So, where was I? Clive Palmer. So, who knows about Clive Palmer's Australia Party? He might do alright. He might not do alright. You know, he might sort of, you know, lose everything and get nothing. You know, who knows what's going to happen. So, he could get a couple of seats. I haven't really noticed anywhere where he's overwhelmingly popular. And you know, there's other parties that are certainly, you know, minority parties that are more successful. It's just that he's new and he's rich and he's a big character and a big fella to go with it. You know, so I mean that's the whole thing with it. And then you get some other interesting, like the WikiLeaks party, eh? Some of you guys probably heard of WikiLeaks. You know WikiLeaks, Julian Assange? Well, WikiLeaks is a party you can vote for the Senate, which means that Julian Assange could become a senator in Australia, which would mean that he has some sort of like diplomatic immunity or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Some stuff like that, which could, you know, fix up the whole indiscrepancies with the stuff going on with him. But it's a questionable thing with Julian Assange as well at the same time, because England does have a very good extradition treaty to America. Why don't they extradite him? Why haven't they seek to? So, you know, they're going to take him to Sweden and send him to America. I mean, what's going on? I mean, why isn't it to America? No, it's not Sweden. But if he's finished, what happened? Who knows? Go. You know what? Is it the you know, the people that run him? You know what I mean? And government? Or is it, you know, is everything? Government, all the banks, fun, or is it a both? Or does one or the other one? And which one? Does the government the bank to run things, or does the bank the government do things? Sending you a bit crazy thinking about it down that rabbit hole, eh? So, that time we go. I don't want to have, like, you know, too much of a boring time in this video, because this is going to stay recorded on, and it will be for something people to, if well, hopefully I haven't said anything that's embarrassing, and it's not got people to, you know, watch it again and do something. Let's go to some happening stuff. Syria, that's right. Syria. What's going to happen in Syria? I don't think Russia's going to do as much as people think. It's more of a proxy thing. Of course, you know, it's more of a proxy thing. So, the terrible thing is that the people that the West is supporting in Syria are the same people fighting against in Afghanistan and in other places. It's stupid, yeah. World we live in, right? So, it just doesn't make any sense. Why are they doing that? Shouldn't be doing it. Leave it alone. Got better to spend our time on, I say. And, you know, that's just, it's not isolationist. You know, saying that America's an isolationist for not doing their shit is like saying neighbour's an isolationist. He doesn't come over and yell at you and smash windows up. I mean, guys, that's just what do. Is live next to each other and fuck with each other. You know, I mean, it's not an isolationist to not do that. Some people say it is. I don't think. I think it's just good manners. I think it's just, you know, that's just a nice thing to do. Be polite, you know. Don't go, you know, doing what America. No, they're all right. Answers. Here we go. And there, don't mean think that we don't need to help. Did save arms in World War II. That's what they did. And doesn't think so. Let me know. I think they did. You. They weren't even from. And that's the thing is, they're not a real country. You know, they weren't in the start from the start. World War One. From the start, we were. Was, you know, Britannia. That's all right. And it's dropped off a bit. Well, what else? That's right. Last thing, when things go really well, people might actually start. This is one of the things that I put on eBay that I'm trying to. But no one wants it, so I don't think you guys want it. You guys want it? No, of course. No. Why would you want it if no one's buying it? Why would you want it? So anyway, it's a Final Fantasy VII figurine, action figure. Doesn't do much action. Isn't shit. Legs move and arms and whatever. And I'm pretty cheap. I haven't even removed the price tag. You know, don't leave that smart. It is in the condition. You can, the box has got a bit of a small tear in it. The label's a bit bent. It's not perfect, and it has been opened and that has been taken out. But there you go, eh? I was looking at this. Oh, look at the dartboard there. I was looking at this. They apparently cost $100 on eBay, eh? I wasn't selling it for that much. But, so there you go, eh? If you think, is it worth the video? Did you share my video? Might get that. Might get a Star Wars Pez dispenser, not Star Trek. They're disgusting. I said that, eh? You might get one of these. Eh? Go back, watch some of my videos. What do you think? Should you? No, you won't, will you? Why? Because you don't want it. Why? Because no one wants it. That's why I have it. Exactly. Doesn't make sense. Why am I doing it? Who knows? Thank you very much for watching. I'm Flying Ace. See you later. Now I've got to figure out how to stop this. What do? I'll probably just